Welcome to Center Hice Productions. It is November 14th, 2023, and it's about 40 minutes after the Flames Habs game. This is a review of the Flames coming into town into Montreal. Please first hit the likes down below in your right hand corner. That would be muchly appreciated. Tell your friends and family. Let's try to get the community to grow a bit larger. And all the likes we can get, 100, 150 would be nice for this one. All right, let's start off. This was quite a game, actually. It was a very spirited game, interesting game. Uh, Both teams played quite well, actually. Just truthfully, uh, come down to Markstrom stole the show, to tell you the truth. So he stole this game from the Habs. The Habs really came on in this game and can't knock them. Yeah, there was a lot of errors made here and there defensively. But anyway, I mean, 29 shots for Calgary, 35 for Montreal. Final 2-1. Close game. All goals were scored in the second period. And what can you say? Again, like I hear some people say, name off some top goalies in the league, and one goaltender they always seem to forget is Markstrom. And he is one of the top goaltenders in the league. He is elite. There is a difference. And, I got to say, Sam Montembeault played a great game. This wasn't on Sam at all, really. Just, they got more breaks than us. And like I said, Markstrom stood on his head, really, and took this game away. The Habs played half decently. So for the Flames, it was Nazem Kadri, and you know what? It was so disappointing because I was going to pick him on my pool to score tonight, and I didn't, and I knew I should have because he always does well against the Canadians. I was debating it. So anyway, he gets the first goal, and Connor Zary scores the second goal. Jacob Markstrom makes 34 saves. Calgary Flames defeated the Montreal Canadiens 2-1 Tuesday night. Markstrom earned his third win of the season in his first start in a week due to an upper body injury. Gustav Lidstrom scored for the Habs, the lone goal for Montreal, which was a beautiful setup in the second. And we lost our second game in a row. Sam Montembeault made 27 saves, up 2-1. Andrew Montembeault appeared to score 100th goal in his career minutes into the third period, but the play was ruled offside with a challenge made by Martin St. Louis, which caught them offside. And we had an opportunity to tie this game had we have stayed out of the box. Gallagher takes a very undisciplined penalty towards the end of the third. Just really disappointing that he took it then, and he wasn't playing bad until that point, and a shame that he took a dumb penalty like that, and he had no one else to be mad at him but himself, to be quite frank, and that just kind of shot ourselves in the arm on that. All right, so now we will go to the stats here, and it was Pierre Turgeon night. Congratulations to Pierre for making the Hall of Fame. Great for him. So we had a little ceremony at the beginning of the game for Pierre, just passing the torch. And that being said, first star, easy first star. Markstrom deserved it all the way with 34 saves. Zary, where he got the winning goal, and that goal was scored. Unfortunately, Arbor didn't pick up his man in front of the net, and that was unfortunately on Jack and I'm sure he wanted that back. And the third star was Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky played a good game. And he made some very nice setups in this game, and they just weren't capitalized on. So I got to give Slav credit that he had a good game. So anyway, here's how it goes. No scoring in the first period. 2:35 into the second period, and Nazem Kadri scores, assisted by Connor Zary. So Zary had a great night. Nikita Zadorov also had an assist on it, so that should help boost his trade efforts where he wants to be traded. His value goes up a bit. So then we had Gustav Lidstrom, who scored a nice goal, assisted by Dvorak and Slavkovsky. It was a beautiful goal that he walked into, and great shot. Good to see him get one. And Slav started to play with his effort. Dvorak spotted him. He spotted Lindstrom coming in, and then of course that's 13:07. Connors already scores. Assisted by Ramus Anderson. Assisted by Martin Pospisil. Anyway, so that was the go-ahead goal. It was a nice goal. It looked like it was a set play, and the way it was just tic-tac-toe, boom. You could tell they practiced that play for special occasions, and it worked like a charm on us. But a very good game overall. 29 shots for Calgary, 35 for us. Hits were 18-12 for the Habs. Face-offs were equal, 27 apiece. 0 for 3 on the power play for the Flames, 0 for 4 on the Habs. Our power play died tonight, which could have helped us. And one thing that's disappointing me on that is why do you keep putting Matheson out continually? Same thing. You got to give that. They're not giving that second unit enough opportunities. It's always the first unit, and that's great, Danny. Give them half of it, because it's been a lot of times our success has been coming from the second unit. You can't give the second unit 20 seconds or 27 seconds and expect them to do something with it. You're giving the bulk of the time. I mean, you're giving like 98% of the time to that first unit. You got to spread that out. And that's something we got to work on. And that's what I mean about the power play. There's still kinks, and that's one huge one. And then okay, so nobody scored power play goals. Penalty minutes 8-6 for the Flames. We just couldn't take advantage of it. Giveaways 14 apiece. Takeaways 8 for the Flames, 3 for the Habs. Block shots 20 block shots, and that was a big difference in this game too. You could see a lot of players were stepping in at the right time for the Flames, blocking shots. So they helped Markstrom quite a bit too. So 20 for them, 9 for us. So yeah, and we got a scare there where Gouldy got a skate in the face. Thank God it wasn't deadly, but it looked like his lower lip got cut open. So with that being said, it's just and we had, a late chance with Monopananji after Gallagher came out of the box, with Monopananji getting a penalty for interference, and we just could not capitalize on it. Again, I think that Gallagher penalty kind of was the deflation of taking some time. We needed the time. I mean, they were playing good hockey defensively. They wanted that game. They got it. They played very well. We played well. You started to notice that the Habs started juggling the lines. Yes, we've been going with the same units of Suzuki, Anderson, and Newhook, and then Dvorak with Slav, and who's on the other side of Slav. Well, actually, yeah, sorry, Anderson. Yeah, Caulfield. How could I forget Caulfield? Slav Caulfield and Dvorak were the second unit, but that started to change in the third period. You started noticing them throwing Monahan in between Slav and Newhook, so you may see that come into the next game. I think they're going to finally try it. It was looking like it could have worked had we have done it sooner. Caulfield wasn't impressed. He had tons of great chances, was set up left, right, and center, set up by Slab several times. But, and some good shots, but some good saves made. But he's, I was praising Caulfield at the beginning of the year, the first probably, I want to say, 6 or 7 games into the season, because he was actually playing a good defensive game. He was playing bigger than Nick Suzuki when he was on that line. He was actually he was shocking me with his size because he wasn't allowing that to be a problem. But you're starting to see it starting to show up, rear its ugly head up again defensively. Same thing is going on with Suzuki. His defensive game's down a bit for what it should be. But for Caulfield, he lost the puck. How he stumbled, and to me that's leaving that number one power play unit out too long. And he coughed up the puck at the point. 2 men go in, and it was surprising. Montembeault played that very well. Got to tip my hat off to Monty. Shame that he had to lose because he deserved a better fate. Although, I mean, and he did deserve a better fate because we outshot them. Like I said, they had little. Like I said, though, their defense helped them a lot more tonight than ours didn't do as much that way. Didn't put their neck on the line as much. Calgary was kind of playing, quite a spirited game. They were taking a lot of shots away. So very good game. Like I said, Anderson had so many point blank chances. I don't know what it's going to take. Suzuki set him up nicely. Suzuki's been playing great offensively. His offensive game is not the issue. His defensive game is going, yeah. But Caulfield's defensive game is going, yeah, way even worse than Suzuki's. And the thing is both of their offensive games are all right. But it's the defensive games. I don't know what's going on there. Do they think that they're just there to score? Starting to wonder. But, it wasn't a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. We just got beat by a hot goaltender. And a well coached. They were well coached. They wanted it just a little more. They were a little more creative than we were. Again, I just think Mike Matheson was average. He made some mistakes. Barron made a lot of blind passes. He didn't have his perfect night. He was a little bit sloppy, no doubt about it in my mind. Gouli again was by far the best defenseman out there, and Lidstrom didn't play that bad for just being thrown in. I'll tell you the truth, he made some nice hits. And Jack I had an alright game. Again, I just found that Barron and Matheson were a little shaky at times, and they both took their turns being shaky. And sadly enough, I think that again we rely far too much on that number one power play unit. And when we want to have some success, we got to start rotating that a little better. At least cut it in half. You look back at it, we've been getting a lot of success from the second unit, and Jack made some nice plays, and he's been starting to jump into the offense between him and Gouli. There's a lot of jump-ins offensively, so why one of those guys is not put at the point is beyond me, given a try, because Matheson tends to the league seems to be a little too used to it, and he doesn't have that big of a shot. His goals when he's on the power play tend to be with him moving the puck in closer and getting a nice wrist shot off. So I think they still need that big bomb from the point. And it was a good game. Just one of those games you got to take on the chin. Markstrom deserves congratulations on it. He was outstanding. Some of those point blank shots, just I couldn't believe. Like Anderson had one labeled. And it was just, wow, the glove. Incredible save. But And Sled, like I say, most players had a better game. I did not like Ilonen's game tonight. Um, I would have much preferred Pizzetta in. Pizzetta was just starting to play a bit better the last couple of games, and I think it's been the biggest shame was is that they used Armia too much in too many games, and that's what made Ilonen go cold. And you could see it in his game tonight. He was kind of making mistakes. He was off a pace, and Jake Evans played a fabulous game. Monahan played a good game. Pearson, all right. He put the effort in. Same thing with Galley. He had the effort. Galley would have had a perfect game if he hadn't taken that dumb penalty at the end. Um, but and other than that, yeah, it was average games from the other units. I think, like I said, I think that Caulfield Slav line had some very good looks, had a lot of good chances. Except I think you started to see the lines being juggled in the third period, and that's when you see Monahan. They started. It's just too late. They put Monahan out there a couple times with Slav and Newhook, or was it not Newhook? Caulfield, sorry. And I think they actually tried Newhook there too. I think that they were rotating that much, and I think that's the way to go. Yes, it was Newhook because they ended up putting Caulfield back with Suzuki for a bit there. So there was a lot of rotation in lines towards the end in the third period. They started messing with the lines, and I think that's maybe they do go back to that of putting Caulfield back with Suzuki and throw Anderson up with them and just put Monahan in between uh, Slav and Newhook, or you could also rotate that between Caulfield and Newhook on that second line, however you want to go about it. And the old man line can stay together. It's been our most positive unit, although it's been having a little bit of harder time in the last two games. But fourth line, Jake Evans has been money. He has just been like really playing well. Again, I think it was a shame that Pinard played okay. I've seen Pinard play better uh, than this, and although I think the problem was, I honestly think Ilonen threw off that line tonight, and it's like I say, it's because he's got to get back up to pace. I don't blame it on the kid. I think it's just he lost a step or two with not playing, and that was the price you paid for Armia playing. So anyway, that was your game. Well played game. Calgary deserved it. They slightly outplayed us. There's no doubt about it. But Markstrom, wow, what an incredible display! And I just feel bad for Monty because he played solid. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and we will review the next game. And who is our next game? I'm gonna have to look that one up. But anyway, I will be. I'm sure it's probably Thursday night. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I will review the next Habs game, uh, and it was a good one. Tell your friends and family about the channel. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. Uh, Always interested in hearing what people thought. What their thoughts were on the game on the Habs. And yeah, we got the Golden Knights coming to us, and that's going to be on Thursday. That's going to be a rough one. That's going to be a hard game. If I really had hoped we beat Calgary, I think we're going to have a bad week because we got some tough games at the end. It's Thursday night, Golden Knights, and then Boston's going to want revenge Saturday night. So I got a bad feeling this is going to be a week of losses. That's my projection of the week. But anyway, we had a good game tonight, even though we lost. So it is what it is. Just I think defense has got to play just a touch better. All right, thank you for joining me. We'll catch you in the next episode. Where's Puck Drop First? Here at Center Ice. God bless you.